Danny Owens takes to the mound, and we're ready to go. First pitch of the ball game is over to Shannon Doherty for a strike. It's 0-1. St. Mary of the Woods and Briarcliff. It's a rematch from game 1 of the tournament. This time, as the 0-1 misses, it's now 1-1. The losing team will finish in 4th place in this year's World Series. Stroke to third, past Shelby Turner and down the left side. Bauer retrieves, throws on to second, but not before Doherty is in with a leadoff double. And just like that, Briarcliff's got a runner in scoring position, nobody out for Alicia Sharon. This time, the losing team will finish in 4th. The winning team will take on Carlo for an opportunity to play for national championship. One attempt popped up, fielded by Owens. There's one out as Doherty heads back to second base.
Now batting, number 19, Aaron Breslin.
Owens started the game against Lindenwood Belleville earlier this afternoon. Gave up 7 runs on 8 hits in 2 innings of work. Breslin stands in, takes a pitch up and in for ball 1. Spalding in the game just before this one defeated Carlo, the number 1 seed, 4-3. That's the first loss for Carlo. Spalding will play for the national championship tomorrow. Bunt at first base side, and it's foul. Count to Breslin, evens a ball and a strike. Briarcliff earlier today defeated Penn State Beaver 3-1. Penn State Beaver will be playing in the 5th place game against Lindenwood Belleville. In that game, Breslin 1 for 3 with a run scored. Takes a strike, and the count's now a ball and 2 strikes. McGovern, Bonet, Yi Santiago, Capola, Marsala, Ian Quinta. Starting 9 for Briarcliff. We'll get the defense for St. Mary of the Woods here in a moment. The 1-2's a swing and a miss. Breslin's down on strikes. First punch out for Owens. Now 2 gone with a runner at second in the first. McGovern is the DP in this ball game to start. Bauer in left, Rosselli in center. Painter in right, Turner at third, Barnett at short, Rangel at second, Gels at first. Jonas doing the catching once again for the Wood. Check swing, foul ball into the dugout first base side. And it's 0-1. The wind and the pitch, and the 0-1 misses wide. It's now 1-1. This is popped up right side of the infield. Gell's over to make the play to retire the side. Doherty's leadoff double. She's left stranded. Half inning in the books. It's Briarcliff 0. St. Mary of the Woods to the plate next. Here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWinsport.com. Final of the first inning, Shelby Barnett will lead things off for St. Mary of the Woods, facing Yvette E. Santiago. Defensively for Briarcliff, it's Alicia Sharon in left, Marfelina Melendez in center, Lizzie Capola is in right. Ray Bunai is at third, Aaron Breslin at short, Domenica Marsalis at second, Bianca Ian Quintas at first, Shannon Doherty doing the catching. Barnett, Rosselli, Turner, Gels, Wright, Jonas, Painter, Bauer, and Rangel, the starting 9 for St. Mary of the Woods. And E. Santiago misses high for ball 1. Well, I've been peeking down in the St. Mary of the Woods dugout. See if we can find Garnett Stenger, who sustained that hand injury in the game against Lindenwood Belleville for St. Mary of the Wood. The 1-0 misses high. It's now 2-0. Ripped to third and down the line. This is going to hop off the fence. It gets past the left fielder, Sharon. Into second with a stand-up double is Barnett. So both leadoff hitters have taken the ball right down the left field line. That's going to bring Kelsey Rosselli to the plate. Rosselli in the 8-7 come-from-behind win earlier today. 2 for 3, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. In the tournament, St. Mary of the Woods 2-1.
Stepping into the batter's box, number 25, Kelsey Rosselli.
There's a strike. It's 0-1. That loss, a 4-2 opening round loss to, guess who? Briarcliff. 0-1, lifted down the left field side. It's going to drop foul. Quickly 0-2 on the Pomeroy center fielder. Shelby Turner winning in the on-deck circle. And the wind by East Santiago, and it's on the outside corner, called strike 3. Runner in scoring position with 1 out in the first.
Stepping up to the plate, number 10, Shelby Turner.
Shelby Turner now stands in. She'll bat from the right side. 1 for 4 in the game earlier today. Pitch taken inside for ball 1. Sarah Gels winning in the on-deck circle. The wind and the 1-0. Pounded foul, third base side. And the count evens a ball and a strike. Shadows starting to creep in. So the batters are in the shade for the most part. And now the 1-1. Just missed outside. It's now 2-1. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Barnett at second base in the 2-1. Lifted in the air, left side, and ranging over toward the line to make the catch is Sharon, and that'll keep Barnett at second base now with 2 out. Sarah Gels had a game-tying 3-run shot. Total of 4 runs driven in the game in the 8-7 comeback earlier today. Lifts this into left. Sharon in and over, and she'll make the catch to retire the side. Leadoff double by Barnett. She's stranded at second base and through 1. It remains scoreless between Briarcliff and St. Mary of the Woods as we head to the second here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWaveSport.com. In the battle for 7th place, St. Joseph's of Brooklyn shuts out Penn State Mount Alto in 5 innings, 10-0. So St. Joe's will take some hardware back to Brooklyn. 5th place game will get started in about a half an hour between Penn State Beaver and Lindenwood Belleville on field 2. Here we go to the top of the second. Unai, Santiago, and Capola facing the lefty Owens, and she delivers wide for ball 1. This is fouled back and out of play. That will even the count, a ball and a strike. Check that. That 5th place game will be on field 1. Popped up at home plate. It's going to be caught by Jess Jonas, and there's one out here in the second.
Stepping into the plate, number 5, Yvette Santiago.
Is now going to try to help her own cause. Scoreless in the second, bases empty, 1 out. And that misses down and away for ball 1. The reason that 5th place game is on field 1 is the 2 teams that are on the field now don't have to play a back-to-back. They get a break in between. 1-0, lined to short, off the glove of a leaping Shelby Barnett. And Yi Santiago's on with an infield base hit.
Up next for Briarcliff, number 23, Lindsay Coppola.
Lindsay Capola is now going to stand in, back for the right side. 1 on, 1 out in the second, scoreless. The wind, the pitch, bunted. In the air, first base side. Gels throws down to first for 1. The relay to second base is in time. They're ruling that Capola made it to first in time. Apparently Gels pulled her foot or she beat her to the bag. Yi Santiago is out at second base. She had to hold to make sure that the ball was not caught in the air. So Dominica Marcel is now going to step in and bunt it foul. 0-1, back to the screen. Marsala swinging from the left side. I thought for a moment that was going to be a double play. Oh, 1, she bunts through it. It's quickly 0-2. Capola's aboard on that bunt fielder's choice. The wind, the 0-2, swung on, foul back. We'll do it again, 0-2. Quinta's winning in the on-deck circle. The wind and the pitch, that misses outside. It's now 1-2. Lifted in the air toward right, backing up on it is Painter. She'll track it down to retire the side. Base hit and 1 stranded. We're through an inning and a half. Scoreless between Briarcliff and St. Mary of the Woods at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWinsport.com.
Number 19, Libby Wright.
Bottom of the second, Libby Wright will stand in for St. Mary of the Woods. Scoreless as we move into the second. He's Santiago ready to go back to work. Libby was 0 for 4 earlier today, including a strikeout. She moved from third to first when Gels took over on the mound. She'll take a strike to begin the second. It's 0-1. Santiago's ready. And now the 0-1. Inside corner to the knees for a strike. Quickly 0-2. On the Pomeroy third baseman. 0-2 line. Here's the pitch. It stayed up in the zone. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. The wind, the 1-2, lifted foul down the first base side and out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreless in the last of the second. The wind, the 1-2 on the ground to third. Smothered by Munai. The throw across the diamond is in time. 1 down in the second. And that brings Jessica Jonas to the plate.
27, Jessica Jonas.
Jonas was shaken up in that come-from-behind win against Lindenwood Belleville. Made a diving attempt. Back toward the backstop. And then to outdo herself, she ran into the third baseman at the time, Libby Wright. Lifted in the air toward right. That's going to drop for a base hit. Jonas is aboard with 1 out here in the second.
Into the batter's box, number 23, Carly Painter.
So now 1 on, 1 out in the second. Carly Painter getting the signs from third. Linda Bauer now moves into the on-deck circle. The wind by E. Santiago, the pitch. This is inside for ball 1. Lifted foul down the first base side. And the count evens a ball and a strike.
Again, that's what I was saying last time. When do you expect the commissioner to do that too? I forget where we come off yesterday. I'm starting to tell you.
Yes, not every single
Championship.
E. Santiago's ready in the 1-1. Bunted third base side. It will be scooped up there by Bunai. Throws on to first in time. 2 gone in the second. That sacrifice is going to be complete. 5-4.
Well, he is there when they're there. He goes.
Up next, number 30, Melinda Bauer.
That's what I was.
Melinda Bauer now to step in, batting from the right side. Runner in scoring position, 2 out in the second. Scoreless between St. Mary of the Woods and Briarcliff. This is rolled to second base, scooped up there by Marsala, throws on to first in time, and the side is retired. The 1-out single by Jonas. She's left stranded. We're through 2. Scoreless between Briarcliff and St. Mary of the Woods here in Akron at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series on ESPNWinsport.com. Top of the third and bottom of the lineup for Briarcliff. It'll be Ian Quinta, then the top and Doherty and Sharon facing Danielle Owens. Danny for short.
Leading things off for Briarcliff, number 4,
Ian Quinta. Sat out the game against Penn State Beaver earlier today. She has seen time in the tournament. One for 3 in the 9-3 loss to Carlo. Pitch to Ian Quinta stays low and outside from Owens for ball 1. The lone lefty batter in the Briarcliff lineup is Marsala. She ended the second with a fly ball to right. Owens the wind, the 1-0. Stays up in the zone, it's now 2-0.
He can come beat you. Person that does all the work. Like you're doing for
The wind, the 2-0 pitch. Fisted, third base side, and it's going to drop in fair ground. Big turn at first, and there'll not be a relay back to first base. As Ian Quinta goes diving back into the bag.
Now batting, number 7, Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty will now climb in. Owens the wind, here's the pitch. She squares, pushes it, first base side, it'll roll foul. Doherty 1 for 1 with that double down the left field corner, leading off the ball game. Oh, 1 pitch, fouled straight back into the screen, and it's quickly 0-2 on Shannon Doherty. Scoreless in the third, 1 on, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Doherty is down on strikes. Second strikeout for Owens.
Up next, number 6, Alicia Sharon.
Owens had 16 strikeouts in the first matchup between these two teams, but it was a 4-2 loss. Sharon is bunting, first base side, then it rolls foul. 0-1. She tried to get a bunt down to move Doherty in the first, but popped it up, and Owens made a great play on it. A wind by Owens, here's the pitch. Bunted through, and it's foul back to the screen. It's 0-2 on Sharon. Oh, 2 stays away. It's now 1-2. And the 1-2's a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the third. First Doherty and now Sharon. A runner at first, 2 gone for Aaron Breslin. Breslin struck out her first time up.
Aaron Breslin.
Owens the wind of the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch up in the zone, breaking for second is Ian Quinta. The throw goes into center. And Bianca's going to hold on right there with a stolen base. So now the count to Breslin is 2-0, and she'll bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 out. 2-0 pitch. Lifted, foul, first base side, and it's now 2-1. The wind, the 2-1. Lifted in the air on the edge of the infield, and it's going to get under the glove of Shelby Barnett. Hustling all the way is Ian Quintus. She's going to score. It's a 1-0 Briarcliff lead on an infield single by Breslin here in the third. They do not have to be rockets. They just have to be perfectly placed, and that was the situation right there. Just found an open spot past the drawn-in infield. McGovern now stands in 0 for 1 with a pop-up to first. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 for Owens, swung on, fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. Breslin at first, and the 0-2 misses high and outside. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Briarcliff now in front, 1-0 in the third. Lifted in the air, first base side. Gels gives way to Rangel. She'll come over and make the catch to retire the side, but not before Briarcliff takes a lead on a run. With a run on 2 base hits. They strand 1 runner. We're through 2.5. It's Briarcliff 1, St. Mary of the Woods 0 here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPN.com. Bottom of the third, St. Mary of the Woods now trails 1-0. Briarcliff with a run in the top half of the inning. And Rangel leads off by taking a pitch inside for ball 1. Game 4 of 6 today. We still have 2 more to play tonight here on Field 1 at Firestone Stadium. 1-0 is there for a strike. It's 1-1. We still have to find out who will play Spalding for the national championship tomorrow beginning at noon. This is line to right and playing it on a hop will be Capole in right. So Rangel is aboard, leading off the third. So the tying run is on. Joey Arrieta and her staff here with the Akron Racers have outdone themselves with the hospitality in the night session.
It's running number 12, Leah Miller.
Leah Miller's going to come on and run for Rangel.
Stepping into the batter's box, number 9, Shelby Barnett.
I'm going to leave the name of the restaurant because it's a national chain out of it. But I'll put it to you this way. The sandwiches they provided tonight, I could put away about 4 of them without batting an eye. They're that good. Line to left. That's going to be a base hit now for Shelby Barnett. Miller stops at second, and the Wood has something going here in the third. 2 on, nobody out for Rosselli, who's 0 for 1.
Number 25, Kelsey Rosselli.
Rosselli 2 for 3 against Lindenwood Belleville earlier today. A run driven in and 2 runs scored. Show back from the left side. Iaquinta well in front of the bag at first. Marsala at second, playing even with the bag at second. Breslin a little bit toward third, even with the bag at second. Maybe a step behind. And Rosselli takes a strike. It's 0-1. Unai at third, hugging the line, about 5 feet in front of the bag. Santiago delivers. Scoring to bunt is Rosselli. She'll pull it back, and it's now a ball and a strike. Santiago's ready and delivers. It's popped up on the infield. Breslin calling everybody off. Backpedals and makes the catch just behind second base for the first out here in the third.
Now batting number 10, Shelby Turner.
Shelby Turner now with 2 on, 1 out. A fly ball to left, her first time up in the first. The wind and the pitch. Right down the heart of the plate for a strike. It's 0-1 to Shelby Turner. The wind up the 0-1. Stays up in the zone. It's now a ball and a strike. Two on, 1 out in the third. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that is going to land along the fence row and move the count to a ball and 2 strikes. One-two again, foul out of play, third base side. And we'll do it again, a ball and 2 strikes. 2 on with 1 out in the third. Briarcliff in front, 1-0. The wind by Santiago, and here it comes. Lifted in the air to center. Melendez breaking in, now backs up a step. Tagging at second, then going halfway to third, and then retreating to second base is Leah Miller. So now 2 on with 2 out. It's up to Sarah Gels. Well, it's not as if she's come up in a situation with 2 on and out, maybe 2, in a big situation trying to deliver. She tied the game with a 3-run shot against Lindenwood Belleville. That knotted the game at 7. Fouls this one back into the screen. It's 0-1. And then in the 7th, St. Mary of the Woods pushed across that go-ahead run to make it 8-7. And complete the amazing comeback after being down 7-1. Rips this between Breslin and the running Miller. Miller's going to score to tie the game. And Gels delivers again. An RBI game-tying single here in the third. Ties the game at 1.
Number 19, Libby Wright.
Libby Wright now will bat with runners at the corners. And 2 out as Barnett hustled to third. That misses down and away for ball 1. The wind and the 1-0. Misses upstairs. It's now 2-0. Jessica Jonas winning in the on-deck circle. E. Santiago delivers, and the 2-0 stays high. It's now 3-0. Barnett's at third. Gels after the game-tying singles at first. 3-0 misses, and it's a 4-pitch walk to load the bases here in the third. First walk issued by E. Santiago. That moves Gels to second. Barnett remains at third. Nowhere to put Jessica Jonas. She singled to right field in the second. The windup, here's the pitch. On the ground to the right side. It's through for a base hit. Barnett has scored. Here comes Gels around third. The throw is up the line, not in time. It's a 2-run single for Jessica Jonas. St. Mary of the Woods now leads Briarcliff 3-1 here in the third.
Now batting, number 23, Carly Painter.
That will bring Carly Painter to the plate. With Wright at second, Jonas at first. 3 runs home in the third. All the damage done with 2 outs. The team that loses this game will finish in 4th place in this tournament. Winner moving on to a date with number 1 seed Carlo. Loser of that game will finish in 3rd. The winner gets a chance to play for a national championship. Line to right field on the run. Head high catch made by Coppola to retire the side in the 3rd, but not before 8 Pomeroy come to the plate. 3 of them score on 4 base hits, and 2 are left. We are through 3. It's now St. Mary of the Wood 3, Briarcliff 1 at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPN Top of the 4th inning. Brandon Budai, Yvette Santiago, and Lindsay Coppola to face the lefty, Danny Owens. Todd Bartley coming to be joined by Matt Sims, the Chief Operating Officer for the USCAA. We talked about the cold front earlier after the rain, and where were the warm temperatures? Once the clouds got out of here, that big orange sphere came back, and now it's actually warming up again.
It does. It feels good. You know, you can't beat this. It's certainly better than the weather we had here last year.
Well, the weather we had here last year, reared its ugly head about, 11:30 this morning.
It was perfect. Just enough to water the field. It was getting a little dry yesterday.
So Brunei's going to stand in a 3-1 Wood lead. And the first offering from Owen stays high. 4-1. Brunei's 0 for 1. 1-0, lifted to left, coming in and making a sliding attempt is Bauer. And it will drop for Brunei, leading off the 4th. Let's see how they score that.
I would say an error.
Now batting, number 5, Yvette Santiago.
Hasn't been scored yet. We'll wait and see.
It's a tough play, though.
Santiago stepping in 1 for 1 with a single in the second. She squares, bunts it in the air. Gels makes the catch in foul ground, and there's one out here in the fourth. Indeed, it's going to go as an E7, allowing Bunai to reach. As it should. As the COO says, so it goes.
I'm certainly not the be-all, end-all on these matters.
Oh, trust me, I've been an official scorer.
It's a tough job.
In a professional baseball league, and you can score it any way you want to. Swing and a miss. Like a pole, it's 0-1.
Half the people in the stadium are going to be mad at you.
Then you get to the manager's office to submit the box score after the game, and he goes, that wasn't an error. The 0-1 pitch. On the outside corner, it's 0-2.
Tends to be the problem with all things that are subjective.
It's a good job, though. It's a lot of fun because, as you mentioned, the subjective nature to it. The 0-2 is a swing and a miss by Capola. She's down on strikes. Fourth strikeout now for Owens. You think you see what you see, and then it can be interpreted. That's what's great about the game. Because everybody sees it, and everybody sees it differently.
And someone like yourself who has, about 3 things going on at the same time, it may be tough to see it in the first place.
Indeed. Swing and a miss there by Marsala. She's 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right. The 0-1 misses low and outside. It's now 1-1. Half of the championship game is set up for tomorrow. Spalding is the number 3 seed, is going to try to follow their guys' baseball team and book the title tomorrow. Swing and a miss. It's now a ball and 2 strikes.
Coming into this series, we had an interesting race for the Directors' Cup, which is an award that is annually given out to the institution that excels the greatest in our championship events. And going in, it looked to be Lindenwood's really to lose. Southern Virginia had a chance with baseball, but just didn't pull it out. Now we have Spalding, who could win 2 championships and be very close to first and certainly lock in second place if they win this.
2-2 is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a miss there, and down on strikes is Marsala. That's going to do it in the fourth. You coming back in the bottom half of the inning?
Yeah, stick around.
Matt Sims will rejoin me in the bottom of the fourth inning. The leadoff error does no harm, and Briarcliff strands a runner. We're through 3.5. St. Mary of the Woods 3, Briarcliff 1. Here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWinsport.com. Bottom of the fourth inning. Bauer, Rangel, and Barnett, 8-9-1 in the St. Mary of the Woods Pomeroy lineup. Facing E. Santiago, and this is lined into right center field for a base hit. Bauer's going to take a turn and hang on at first base. She's now 1 for 2 in this game against Briarcliff. Matt Sims, the COO of the USCAA, rejoins me. We just had the coin flip for the fifth place game between Penn State Beaver and Lindenwood. Pitch is taken high and wide for ball one by Rangel. She was scoring. 1-for-1 is Rangel with a run scored in the 3-run third. And the coin flip result is
Lindenwood is home. Should be an interesting game. You got two teams that really have hot sticks this tournament.
1-0 is bunted, and the sacrifice will go 3-4. Moving Bauer to second base now with one out. Hey, you mentioned that they've been pounding the ball all over this ballpark.
Yeah, Lindenwood, that game against St. Mary of the Woods, I mean, when they got up 7-1, who would have thought? We've had two great comebacks here, both in our Baseball World Series and our Softball World Series. In the baseball, the apprentice school came back on Spalding, who was down 8-0.
Barnett slaps it to left, and a paused turn at third, and sliding home safely is Bauer. The throw down to second is not in time, and Barnett delivers an RBI single. She'll take second on the throw, and St. Mary of the Wood now leads Briarcliff 4-1 here in the fourth.
Now batting number 25.
She hesitated coming around third.
Yeah, Coach was waving her around. Gary was swinging that arm.
And the offering to Roselli misses low for ball one. All I can think of is Bauer didn't pick him up quick enough.
That's right.
1-0 pitch on the outside corner. It's now 1-1. One with the play in front of her. She may have been looking out and left to see what Chiaramonte was going to do with it. This is chopped back to the mound. Santiago throws to Breslin, and Breslin cannot get it out of her throwing hand to get it to third because Barnett broke on contact. That'll go as a fielder's choice for Roselli. First and third, a run home with one out.
So one part of that softball being so large, it's tough to get it out of your glove quickly.
Stepping up to the plate, number 10, Shelby Turner.
So Turner's 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, a fly ball to center. Now defensively, with Roselli being able to move quickly on the base paths, what do you do here? If you're Briarcliff, do you throw through if she takes off?
If it's a sharp hit, yeah, you got to. I'd play double play up the middle here.
Pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Barnett at third, Roselli at first. It's now a 4-1 St. Mary of the Woods lead. Lifted in the air, shallow left. This is trouble. Coming in on the run to make the catch is Chiaramonte. The throw to the plate is up the line. And not in time because there's not going to be a play at the plate. Everybody holds on that fly ball left by Turner.
Stepping up to the plate.
It seems, Matt, like everybody's kind of got the pause button on right now.
Yeah, the closer I think you get to the championship, the more that the emotion comes into play, the more the nerves come into play. Absolutely. I mean, and it's not isolated just to the players. It's the coaches, too. They think about it. They want to win this thing.
You see a throw come in from the left side. If you're a runner on the right side, you're thinking about tagging and moving up because that throw was well up the line.
Yeah, I think both Shelby and Gary there were thinking about it and wanted to go probably, but it was probably a smart choice.
Now the runner takes off for second, and she's in with a stolen bases. The throw was cut off in front of second by Breslin, so it's a steal for Roselli. The pitch to Gels is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Never gonna see you again. Never gonna
Feels like she was just up in this situation.
Yells pops it up, foul ground, third base side, sliding attempt, and another collision between Bunai and Doherty, and Bunai is still down.
She's moving. She moved, which is a good thing, a good sign there.
Adrian Cole for the field.
And Doherty, the catcher, immediately said that, or Bunai said that Doherty was okay. It's just going to be a little bit of time. So with an injury timeout on the field, we'll step away for at least a 60-second timeout. It's a 4-1 St. Mary of the Woods lead here in the fourth inning. Injury timeout on the field, and we're back after a 60-second timeout on ESPN Williamsport.com. Brandon Bunai still being attended to on the third base side in foul ground. Doherty and Bunai exchanging some pleasantries now, and Bunai took the worst of the shot. Keep in mind, Doherty's wearing all the headgear, chest protector, shin guards, and Bunai's just got either a visor and a glove or sunglasses.
Yeah, as a former catcher myself, I know I was always the one who was the best protected in those situations.
Well, they brought out a bag of ice to attend to Bunai, and I'm curious where the application's going to be. It appeared
on the shoulder, I think.
Yeah, or in and around, we don't want to speculate, in and around the neck area. She landed very awkwardly after the contact with Shannon Doherty. Good news is Bunai is to a seated position, and she is still pointing either the shoulder area or the upper back. We saw a collision earlier involving Jess Jonas, and at the time, the third baseman was Libby Wright for St. Mary of the Woods in that Lindenwood-Belleville contest. Both players, of course, stayed in the game, but the scariest moment of this tournament was the shot that Garnet Stenger took right off her hand. The pitcher for St. Mary of the Wood. Bunai's back to her feet. They're also double checking, as concussion is the big buzzword right now for everybody, and she just passed the concussion test with flying colors.
Yeah, having a good laugh out there now. I think she's all right.
Well, the one for me, if they ever ask me that question, how many fingers am I holding up, then they start following, follow the index finger and everything. I can't do that normally, let alone if I was concussed.
Yeah, ask you now after this long day that you're having, right?
Well, one of the other broadcasters that's with one of the teams, I think it's the Lindenwood crew, asked me, he goes, how were you feeling after 6 games yesterday? I said, I'll tell you tomorrow after 6 games today. You gotta love it, Matt.
That's our theme this week. You gotta love it, and I do.
When you're playing for championships, it doesn't get much better than that.
Absolutely, and it's I know my staff and myself, we all just feel very fortunate that we're able to be around sports all the time and to provide viable opportunities for student athletes.
Gels does it again, lines it to left for a base hit. Coming home is Barnett, and running around an attempted tag is Rosselli to score. 2 more runs in the inning. It's a 3-run fourth, and now a 6-1 St. Mary of the Woods lead here in the fourth as Gels delivers 2 more runs, her 3rd run driven in this contest.
I tell you what, you're really starting to see the true side of St. Mary of the Woods. They're an annual power in softball, and judging by their first game, you may have thought that they were down this year, but they've looked outstanding today.
Call of the bullpen's been made. E. Santiago's day on the mound is done after surrendering 6 runs. She's responsible for Gels at first base. We'll tell you about the new right-hander when we come back after a 60-second timeout on ESPNWaveSport.com. Jillian McGovern has now come out of the bullpen for Briarcliff and delivers to right for ball 1. Todd Bartley, Matt Sims here in Akron, Ohio. And what started out as a putrid day weather-wise at about 11:30 as the ball is rolled to third, and Bunai cannot come up with it cleanly. It'll be an E5 allowing right to reach. Gels to second. It's an absolute picture-perfect day in Northeast Ohio. So we've had 2 of the seasons here today.
We have.
Almost to third, a little bit cold earlier today, maybe some snow. We'd had 3 of the 4 seasons.
Yeah, it was November in Ohio.
Wait 10 minutes, the season will change. Pitch to Jonas over for a strike. It's 0-1. Jess is 2 for 2. A 2-run single in the 3-run third. Lifts this in the air to left. Sharon has a beat on it. She'll make the catch to retire the side, but not before St. Mary the Wood. They play 3 more runs. They do it on 3 base hits, and they leave 2. We head to the 5th. It's now a 6-1 St. Mary the Woods lead on Briarcliff here at the 2012 USCAA Small College Softball World Series on ESPNWavesport.com. So now, Danny Owens has a 6-1 cushion to work with, and Matt Sims, we've seen a 7-1 cushion earlier today go away in half inning. So now, Briarcliff down to their final 9 outs, trailing 6-1 to St. Mary of the Woods.
I tell you what, we've had some high-scoring ball games this year, too. Certainly, coming into this, you look at the outstanding pitchers that we've had in this association, evident by the All-Americans, and the sticks have come alive more than anything. They've been the story.
So Jillian McGovern is now on for Briarcliff. Owens remains on for St. Mary of the Woods and gets Quinta to pop up for the first out here in the 5th. That's hauled in by Gels. And I dare say, and we saw this last year, Gels had a coming out party in the tournament. She's doing it again on day 2.
Yeah, the one thing that surprises me, too, is she hasn't, she, to me, is Gary's #1 pitcher and hasn't seen a lot of action in the circle. If this is strategy, it's a good one because they could use her in the championship.
Doherty has doubled in 2 trips, and she'll take a strike. The count is even now, a ball and a strike. Sharon winning in the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch on the ground to short. Barnett, the long throw across, is in time. Quickly, 2 gone in the 5th. Well, again, enjoying our 2nd year here in Akron. Great job by Joey Aria and the gang here at the Akron Racers. Looking forward to tomorrow's championship game beginning at noon with Spalding and whoever comes out of this loser's bracket.
Tell you what, we couldn't be more thrilled to be here. Joey does a great job. These kids, we've received nothing but positive feedback from these teams. You know, win or lose, they're getting a great experience here. They're competing for a national championship, and they're playing the game that they love. It's awesome.
Sharon takes a pitch up in the zone. It's now a ball and no strike. Sharon is 0 for 2. Takes a strike there. It's 1-1. Game 4 of 6 today. That's a swing and a miss. Now it's 1-2. 1, maybe 2 tomorrow, depending on what happens. And the if game happens if Spalding loses the national championship try the first time. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. 6 punch outs now for Danny Owens. We'll come back with the bottom of the 5th. St. Mary of the Woods 6, Briarcliff won here at the 2012 USCAA Small College Softball World Series. Matt, thanks for the visit.
Hey, I appreciate it, and thanks for being here.
On ESPNWinsport.com. Bottom of the fifth inning, St. Mary of the Woods has a 6-1 lead on Briarcliff. Winner of this game moves on to take on Carlo tonight in the 8 o'clock scheduled start. We're not going to start at 8 o'clock, I dare say. The game in between is the fifth place game between Lindenwood and Penn State Beaver. That is a rematch of the opening round. Lindenwood won that game 8-3. First pitch from McGovern to Painter beginning the fifth is a strike. And quickly it goes to 0-2. Painter a sacrifice in the second, a fly ball to right, that ended the third. 0-2 stays high. It's now a ball and 2 strikes to Carly Painter. One-two topped foul, and it's a good thing that she is wearing that shield on the batting helmet because it came back up off the plate, caught her right in the face mask. One-two pitch. Chopped foul into the dugout third base side. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. And down on strikes is Painter. First strikeout for Jillian McGovern. So bases empty, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. A 6-1 Pomeroy lead. On the ground is short, in between hop for Breslin. Gathers, throws, and not in time. Let's see how they score this for Bauer. She was 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. I believe it's going to go as an E6, allowing Bauer to reach. And the pitch to Rangel comes in wide for ball 1. The wind and the 1-0 is at the knees for a strike. It's now 1-1. Lifted in the air, shallow center. It's going to drop for a base hit. 2 on with 1 out for the Pomeroy here in the fifth.
Stepping into the batter's box, number 9, Shelby Barnett.
Shelby Barnett's going to climb in, and what a day she's having. 3 for 3 in this contest. A double in the first, a single and a run scored. In the 3-run third, an RBI single and a run scored. In the 3-run fourth. Facing McGovern for the first time and takes an off-speed pitch way outside for ball 1. The wind and the 1-0 just missed outside. It's now 2-0 to Barnett. Two on, 1 out in the fifth. On the ground to third. It's handled by Bunai. She steps on third, and they'll get the lead runner. Barnett now checks into first with a fielder's choice. The put out of Bauer at third base goes 5 unassisted for the second out. So Wrangles at second, Barnett at first. Kelsey Rosselli will now come to the plate. Rosselli is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice, stole second base, and scored on the 2-run Gell single in the 3-run fourth. Takes a pitch wide for ball 1. The wide, the 1-0. On the ground, left side. Breslin goes to second to end the inning. In the fifth, an error, a base hit, and 2 left stranded for St. Mary of the Woods. They'll take a 6-1 lead to the 6th here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWinsport.com. We head to the 6th inning. Danny Owens will continue to work. She's allowed 1 run on 4 base hits as we begin play in the top of the 6th inning. We'll have a very special guest here in a moment. Look out. That is smashed off the body of Turner. She finds the ball, throws to first, and in safely is Breslin. Turner never saw the ball. It came in and out of the shadow into the light where Turner is standing, and she's lucky to have teeth. Thankfully, she has a smile as we welcome in the head coach of St. Joseph's out of Brooklyn, dear friend Frank Carbo.
Yes.
We made connections, almost a year ago to the day.
That's right. And unfortunately for us, Todd, that the result for St. Joe's Brooklyn was the same. 2 years in a row, 7th place finish. A little bit disappointing. But not many teams get to finish the season on a win, so we'll take it.
And take home hardware to Brooklyn.
Correct.
To put in the new building that you're breaking ground on. This is lifted in the air, by the way, by McGovern, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th.
Nice job there. Good piece of hitting. Not trying to do too much with that pitch.
Bunai's going to stand in, 2 on, nobody out. You got to tell everybody about this new building you guys are building.
All right. New building, new facility going up. We're all very excited. On Monday, believe it or not, will be the official groundbreaking. So we're thrilled, and that has been, needless to say, years in the making, Todd. As you know, in Brooklyn, sometimes construction projects take a little longer. To develop.
The 0-1 is a swing and a foul back. It's 0-2. Brunei actually checked on the first offering. It was called a strike. 2 on, nobody out in the 6th. Well, don't the renderings look very similar to what we're seeing over here across the berm and left?
Now, I'll tell you this time. It's good that you brought that up.
0-2 rolls to the plate to throw to third. Tag, not in time.
Ooh, I didn't have a good angle on that.
Breslin and McGovern move up with stolen bases. It's now a ball and 2 strikes on Bunai.
Risky move there in my esteemed coach's position here, because we've seen some comebacks today. And down 6-1, you do not, what do they say? You do not want to make that out at third base. That first one is key.
1-2's a swing and a miss. Owens with a punch out of Bunai. 7 strikeouts now for Owens. So go back to the building.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you were, now I just want to do a little comparison here, because This majestic building that's right across, out in left field, was being built the first year that we were here. So that was under construction.
Third base side, Turner into foul ground, now gives way in fair ground to Barnett, the shortstop. She'll make the play. 2 gone on the 6th as E. Santiago is retired.
Now, I don't know if that's won any architectural awards. Do you know the name of that? It's a Bridgestone building, is it?
I believe they call it the Innovation Center for Bridgestone.
For Bridgestone. Now let me, you got to help me out here, viewers at home or whatever. We're in Firestone Stadium, and Bridgestone is right across the street.
Bridgestone, Firestone.
Bridgestone, Firestone together. Nice combination, little partnership there. But that's got to have won some awards. Look at that thing.
Indeed. At some point, they're going to pan over there to the left and show everybody the building.
Yeah, I hope they do.
If you've not Googled it yet, do yourself a favor and take care of that. The 0-1 is on the outside corner, 0-2. Owens 1 pitch away from getting out of a 2-1, nobody out jam here in the 6th. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and she did just that. 8 punch-outs now for Danny Owens. And Briarcliff leaves 2 stranded to 6. Frank, will you stay with us in the bottom half?
Of course, I've got so many stories to tell here, Todd. So yeah, just let's everybody you want to come on back.
We head to the last of the 6th inning. St. Mary of the Woods 6, Briarcliff 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here at Akron at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series on ESPNWaveSport.com. Tom Burley alongside Frank Garbone from St. Joseph's in Brooklyn. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Turner, Gels, and Wright, 3, 4, and 5 for St. Mary of the Woods. They have a 6-1 lead, trying to punch the ticket to take on Carlo. The winner of that game coming up later tonight will take on Spalding for the national championship tomorrow at noon.
That's right, and Spalding, we felt the wrath of Spalding, an awesome team. They took care of the Lady Bears 4-0 in the opening round. And they were dominant both offensively and defensively at the mound as well. How many strikeouts did she have today?
Right now,
because she punched out 14 of us. And I thought we had a pretty good offensive team. But
the 0-1 misses. It's now 1-1. Let me go back.
Going back.
One game.
Go ahead.
Only 4-4.
That was it? So that
she pitched to contact today, Frank.
That might say something about our offense at St. Joe's.
The 1-1 misses low. It's now 2 balls and a strike. All right, we said earlier we were going to leave the name of the sandwich plates.
Oh, come on.
And they're not just sandwiches, but you've now talked me out of that.
All right, good. So what we're going to talk about, we're going to bring it up. Okay, now you can't really see this at home, everybody, but Todd has had the courtesy of the hospitality, which I might say has been outstanding to the entire week. We have Chick-fil-A sandwiches here, and that plate, I'm ready. If you don't start eating, I might just jump over across you.
I have a job to do here. A couple more outs to get as the 2-2s fouled off third base side. We're 3 outs in the bottom of the 6th and potentially 3 outs on the top of the 7th from having a complete game and moving on to that 5th place game.
Just enough time for me to take out a Chick-fil-A sandwich in the process.
I told Matt earlier I can put about 4 of those away without even blinking an eye. The 2-2 misses low. It's now a full count 3-2.
We're stuck with very limited offerings in Brooklyn. No Chick-fil-A's anywhere near us.
Now, see, you say that everybody wants to go to the big city of New York, and Brooklyn included, as the payoff is a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Turner's caught looking.
We have a Walmart. I mean, why not a Chick-fil-A?
I know this for a fact. Chick-fil-A is very selective in their franchisee selection.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that a statement against Brooklyn?
They may do 8 in the country a year.
Oh, I see. So we're probably going to get a Chick-fil-A around 2052.
1-0 is there for a strike to Gels. It's now 1-1. Sarah's now 2 for 3. An RBI single and a run scored in the 3-run first. And she plated
now
2 runs in the fourth. And in fact, we got a pinch hitter for Gels as it's now a ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now I'm going to say this also. Just, we have a little familiarity with Briarcliff, having played them earlier this year.
Swung on, missed. It's in the dirt. The throw down to first is in time. And now 2 gone in the 6th.
And they're a potent offensive team. So to see them struggle like this offensively is a surprise. So, that also says something about St. Mary's of the Woods pitching.
Well, credit to lefty and Danny Owens, and it's the rematch from game number 1.
Right. But this has been a tournament of comebacks, including St. Mary's of the Woods in their last game to get here, which I'm sure you talked about. So I'm sorry I'm jumping in here.
No, trailing 7-1. They came all the way back to tie it, and then the go-ahead run to make it 8-7.
Now, of course, speaking of comebacks, we nearly had one last night against Penn State Beaver. Down 3-0 in the 7th. Fell a little bit short.
The 1-1 pitch on the ground is short. Breslin to her right, sets, throws on to first in time to retire the side. St. Mary of the Woods goes in order in the 6th. You've stayed this long. You got to go to the 7th inning.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
It's a 6-1 Pomeroy lead. Last chance for Briarcliff as we head to the 7th. Here at the USCAA Small College Softball World Series in Akron, Ohio on ESPNWinsport.com. We head to the 7th. Danny Owens trying to lock it down. Marcella, Ian Quinta, and Doherty. Marcella is 0 for 2. Danny Owens trying to lock it down to punch the ticket.
Sun could be a factor here.
Pitch is on the way. It's taken high. That's the voice of Frank Carbone from St. Joseph's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, definitely out and left. And we saw actually yesterday Briarcliff had a big misplay, a key misplay actually.
1-0, misses inside. It's now 2-0.
So I'd say hit it to the sun, everybody. Left field, anywhere behind shortstop, going to be problems.
2-0 pitch. Just missed outside. It's 3-0. Speaking of the sun, Danny Owens is sporting bright yellow sunglasses.
That's impressive. I wonder if those team issue.
3-0 pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. It's 3-1. She actually begins by taking the sign with the glove up over her eyes because there's a streak of sunshine right before the shadow. The 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Like she swung at ball 4 there, chasing the high heat.
See what Owens comes back with here on a payoff pitch. Going outside, ball 4.
5-run lead there, Todd. You do not want to walk the leadoff batter. Big mistake there. Let's see if Briarcliff can capitalize on that.
First walk issued. If my math is right. That's on the outside corner. It's now 0-1.
And see what if Barcliff has one last rally in him. A little bit of a gasp of hope here.
0-1, lifted Fallon out of play, third base side. It's now 0-2. The great debate that the fans at home don't know, the player of the game balloting. I mean, it's like an act of Congress to get a player of the game award with the USCAA. That means it's worth something. Pitch on the way, misses outside. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. This is not a give me award.
No, you have to clearly earn it. I mean, come on, we're at the World Series here. There ain't no gimmies.
The 1-2 stays high. It's now 2-2.
It's not like we're golfing or something. You got a little 5-footer to put in there.
One on, nobody out in the 7th. The pitch. Check swing. Did she go? Are they going to make the appeal? No. It's a full count now on Ian Quinta.
Wow, okay, falling behind here. Might try to groove one here. Do not want to put 2 runners on.
Owens comes back with a payoff pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3.
Oh, looked a little outside to me there, Todd.
8th strikeout now for Owens. 1 on, 1 out for Shannon Doherty. Here's a little secret. All tournament team voting. Shannon, you've got to vote for me for the all tournament team.
Let me tell you something. Back home, she is lights out. Shannon is tremendous. Nobody runs on her.
The wind, the pitch.
She doesn't just have a gun, she has a cannon.
Outside corner with a strike, it's 0-1.
Tough as nails, too.
Time is being called at the plate. It's not granted. She fouls it back and out of play, and that's going to land between the screen and the roof, and it's 0-2.
Holy cow, we've got some, we got a lot of birds up here, Todd. I know we're up high, seated up high.
Those little birds have been in and around in this press area
for 2 days. Let's just say something. We had 2 of our seniors today got a little surprise visit from a bird out on field B.
Lifted in the air, foul ground, and then making the catch in fair ground is the St. Mary of the Woods first baseman, and now 2 gone in the 7th.
So all I want to say, Todd, is thank goodness I have the cap on, because you are in jeopardy here.
Indeed.
Of getting a little visit.
1 on, 2 out in the 7th. A 6-1 St. Mary of the Woods lead.
Last chance.
Sharon steps in, checks on a pitch up in the zone. It's ball 1. Sharon is 0 for 3. Popped up a bunt attempt in the first, struck out in the third, struck out in the 5th.
Ooh.
Pops it foul, first base side toward the dugout. Counts even, a ball and a strike.
Fought that one off. And it's just an indicator of the quality stuff that Owens has, because no one seems to be able to really center her here. And again, Briarcliff, a very good offensive team. Being held to 5 hits.
Owens working over the softball. Now she's ready. And now working completely in the shade. She stopped shading her eyes for the sign. The wind, the 1-1. Right down the heart of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes, and Briarcliff trailing 6-1 in the 7th, down to their final strike.
That could mean all the New York teams would be eliminated here.
The wind, the 1-2 pitch.
Ooh, didn't chase that high one.
Misses high. It's now 2-2. I don't know why Owens would try to put a little extra on the 2-strike offering.
Why not another strikeout?
She's ready in the 2-2 pitch. Changed up, it's popped up, and Owens tracks it down on the first base side to end the ball game and punch the St. Mary of the Woods ticket into the third place game, trying to play back to meet Spalding for the national championship. Briarcliff will finish in 4th place here in the World Series, falling at the hands of St. Mary of the Woods by the final score of 6-1. We're back with our post-game show. Our USCAA Player of the Game is coming your way next. Frank, thanks so much for the visit.
Todd, you're the man. As always, thanks for having me.
Back after this on ESPNWavesport.com. bring you back to Firestone Stadium. We're kind of joined. We had Frank Carbone on from St. Joseph's in Brooklyn as we wait for our player of the game from the game that was just played between St. Mary of the Wood and Briarcliff. We're joined by St. Joe's own senior pitcher, Alyson Chiaramonte. And young lady, against Spalding yesterday, you went 6 innings of work, but your career has now concluded here at Akron. 2 no-hitters, 2 perfect games, categories in the NCAA that you're ranking in the top 10 all year long. Have you told Coach Carbone that it really is over now and that you're moving on? Because what a storied career you've had for the Lady Bears.
It's sad. I'm trying not to think about it yet. It hasn't hit me yet. But I wish we could have went out on a better note, but it is what it is.
Well, now playing here at the home of the Akron Racers, there may be a future there as well because you put on quite a show over the last couple of days and then also in last year's World Series too.
I don't know. I hope so. I never intend on stop playing, so.
What's the experience been like last year and this year here in Akron at the World Series?
Well, the year before we came in 3rd place, which was big, and coming back we just were so intense. We had so much intensity, and then we went out the first 2 games. So coming back this year, we were expecting a lot more, and then to end like this, I mean, it hurts. But I love my team. We best friends, all 14 girls. We're just a great team. So.
We'll certainly appreciate the visit here after a contest, and congratulations on an outstanding career and best wishes in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
There it is, Alyson Chiaramonte. We're back after a 2-minute timeout with our player of the game from St. Mary of the Woods. That's next on ESPN Now joined by Danny Owens, our USCAA Player of the Game for St. Mary of the Woods in their win against Briarcliff. I know it's your time, but the great teammate that you are, Danny, I got to ask you about Garney from earlier taking that shot right off the hand, and she didn't handle it well, and I don't think anybody would handle a shot back off the hand well. How's she doing after coming back from the hospital?
She's doing good. I think it frightened her more than anything. Her pinky's fractured, but she's good to go.
And you guys still have an opportunity with the win in this ball game to play Carlo later on for a shot to take on Spalding tomorrow for a national championship.
Yes, we're very excited about it.
Now, for those that watched on Ustream, they could see the sunglasses because the sun plays tricks here later in the day. Are those team issue, or did you bring those with you?
No, I got them in Florida. Yeah.
They served you well with the sun today.
They did.
And according to Coach Carbone and everybody here at the tournament, Briarcliff's one of the best hitting teams. You saw them in the first game. They knocked you guys off 4-2. What's it feel like to come back and beat them to move on in the tournament?
Oh, it feels fantastic. I really want to beat them, so it's good that we came and we were able to hit. That's what we struggled with. We weren't able to hit, and this time we did, so it's good.
Danny, certainly appreciate the visit. Good luck in the later game tonight against the number 1 seed Carlo, and congratulations on a USCAA Player of the Game award.
Thank you very much.
There it is, our USCAA Player of the Game. That is Danny Owens of St. Mary of the Woods as they win today 6-1. Final totals in this one: 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 8 stranded for St. Mary of the Wood. A run, 5 hits, 3 errors, 7 stranded for Briarcliff. The win to Danny Owens. 7 innings, a run on 5 hits, a walk, 8 strikeouts, make that 9 punch-outs. And the loss will go to Yvette Santiago of Briarcliff. 6 runs on 8 hits, over 4 innings of work. McGovern goes the next 2, striking out 2. St. Mary of the Woods is moving on. They'll take on Carlo. And Briarcliff's season is over. They will finish in 4th place here in the World Series. Coming up next is the 5th place game. It will feature Lindenwood and Penn State Beaver. Coming your way next after the sounds of the game and a brief pause here on ESPN Williamsport.com.